Fresh start. From the top. No callbacks. No, as I said earlier. Clean signal. Same vibe. Hardcore rant. But grounded enough that reality doesn't call a lawyer. Derinkuyu, Central Turkey, Cappadocia, volcanic rock, and underneath what looks like a sleepy tourist town is a city that makes modern planners look like they're doodling during a meeting. This thing is real, not a myth, not vibes. A verified underground city with at least 8 levels. Possibly more. Big enough to house tens of thousands of people. With food storage, water access, livestock areas, schools, communal rooms, religious spaces, and massive stone doors that can seal sections instantly. Pause there? That alone should already feel wrong. Not scary wrong, timeline wrong, because this is not what people build accidentally. Derinkuyu isn't we hid from invaders. That's the bedtime story version. Invaders do not require decades of excavation, advanced airflow control, redundancy systems, and spatial planning that assumes long-term occupation. This place is designed to operate, not hide. Now here's the core idea. Strip out aliens, gods, and internet brain rot for a second. Derinkuyu functions like a system, not a shelter. Systems have traits. They have inputs, outputs, flow control, redundancy, and failure management. Derinkuyu has all of that. Let's start with airflow. Hundreds of ventilation shafts. Some double as wells. Some don't. They're distributed across levels in a way that keeps oxygen moving even when entire sections are sealed. Smoke disperses. Carbon dioxide doesn't pool. Temperature stays stable year-round. That means someone understood fluid dynamics without calling it that. The city itself constantly solves the problem of breathable air. No power source, no maintenance, just geometry and physics doing the work. That's computation, not math on paper computation. Environmental computation. The structure processes air. Now movement. The layout is not random. Main corridors are wide and communal. Secondary paths narrow. Tertiary paths are tight, low, uncomfortable. You cannot rush through them. You slow down, your body adapts. Crowds thin automatically. That's crowd control without guards. Architecture enforcing behavior. That's not mystical. That's psychology plus design. Then you get the rolling stone doors. Circular slabs weighing tons, recessed into grooves so one person inside can seal off an entire section. That's not medieval paranoia. That's pressure management. You segment the system to prevent cascade failure. Fire in one area, seal it. Gas, seal it. Attack, seal it. Modern engineers call this compartmentalization. Submarines use it. So do servers. So do nuclear plants. Derinkuyu does it with rocks. Now sound. Certain chambers amplify voices. Others swallow noise completely. That's deliberate. Acoustic control allows communication, ritual, warning systems. Before electronics, sound was the signal. If you design space carefully, sound becomes directional. Information travels without wires. That's signaling. Real physical signaling. Light too. Oil lamps reflect differently in different spaces. Shadows change perception. Time feels different underground. Circadian rhythms shift. You can stabilize people psychologically by removing chaos from their environment. So when someone says this feels like a machine, they're not being poetic. Machines are systems that regulate flow. Derinkuyu regulates human life. Now the uncomfortable question. Who designed this? Mainstream answer, ancient humans. That answer is allowed. Humans are capable of brilliance. But then comes the follow-up they hate. Where did the knowledge come from? And why does it appear fully formed? Derinkuyu doesn't show clear signs of experimental stages. It looks executed like the plan existed before the digging began. That implies either lost schools, long traditions we no longer track, or knowledge transfer that doesn't fit neat historical boxes. You don't need aliens to ask that question, you just need honesty. Hypothetically, if non-human intelligence ever interacted with early humans, it wouldn't leave gadgets. It would leave patterns, ratios, spatial logic, environmental tricks. Teach humans how to build systems that last, then disappear from the story when humans mythologize the rest. And then there's the ceiling. Derinkuyu isn't ruined. It's closed selectively, purposefully. Certain passages are blocked cleanly. Others collapsed intentionally. This is not abandonment in panic. This is decommissioning, like turning off a system because it's no longer needed. Why would that happen? Surface conditions change, climate stabilizes, social structures shift, or the users leave, or the purpose ends. History is terrible at recording endings that don't involve drama. So now we stumble on it thousands of years later and say, wow, clever for their time, which is historian speak for this makes me uncomfortable.